Hello everybody and welcome back to more Luigi's Mansion. In the last episode, we took care of all the boss ghosts for Area 1. And in this episode, we're going to get started on Area 2. But first things first, if we press the Z button on the controller, which takes us to this menu, if we go to the right, we can take a look at the ghosts that we've captured and we can read little descriptions about them. I intend on going through every single one of them as we catch them. But that video is going to be a separate video. That is going to be a part of, not really the bonus episode specifically, but a video after the bonus episode. Much like how Super Mario Galaxy had the Rosalina's storybook in its own separate section. So, with that in mind, I'm going to quickly read these and then I'm going to move on and we're going to start on Area 2. So, BRB. Alright, got that all done. So, let's get things underway. But also, I would like to point out, I think I solved the V-syncing issue and it was just a problem with OBS. So, with that in mind, let's now go to this door. Woo! Alright. Welcome everyone to Area 2, which if we look at the map, looks a lot like this. Not all of this is part of Area 2 specifically, but it is mostly Area 2. So, getting things started, we head over this way. We have bats. Little new introduction today. Get a gold bar out of that. That's locked. Okay. Next, if we keep on heading this way, purple bats. Whoops. So, there's gold bats and purple bats. Gold bats will only fly down if you start technically, I guess, attacking them. But that's specifically when you're using the vacuum. Next up, we head over here. This is a ceiling surprise. These are ghosts with 0 health that only exist to inconvenience you in hallways like this. Next up, you can get a bowling ghost like this, who also has 1 health and only serves to inconvenience you. And finally, if he can spawn, because I know there is one in this hallway. Okay, well I guess it's not going to spawn. But there is a purple bomber. There he is, right on cue. So basically these guys also, they're... Oh my god, okay, cool. God, a lot of things just happened there. So, purple bombers are basically ceiling surprises that actually do physically attack you and don't inconvenience you, so they can't actually cause damage. But next thing that was most important there was a gold mouse. Now, there are some golden mice in this game that have a random chance of appearing. That was one of them. I have marked on the spreadsheet that is linked in the description which ones are random. So you have a 20 to 25 chance of them spawning anytime that you go past where they spawn. So the first one spawns in this hallway, and you can just kind of go around until it eventually spawns. Sometimes going in and out of the entire hallway area is a good way to go. Now, finally, there is one final thing that I want to talk about, and that is if we go this way. I recommend doing this now, just because it'll save you a lot of grief later when you realize you screwed up. And it's not called get hit by a poison mushroom. That really had fun bouncing. Alright, so if we head into here, this is the breaker room. There's a lot of mice that spawn in. Before doing anything in here, just suck up all the mice, get rid of them. Make your life easy. Keep on going around until eventually no more spawn, which is now. Get a heart out of that. But if we head over to here, check this table, get yourself a speedy spirit, which contains a blue stone, a sapphire. It's our first one so far. Now, I recommend getting this now because there's a point later in the game that if you do not get this, before then you are screwed out of getting it. It'll all make sense when we actually get to that point in the game, and I will make note of it. You cannot get that after that part of the game. So, with that in mind, let's get going. So as we can see, the only other door that is open is the one that is all the way up in that top right corner. Get rid of the ceiling surprise, because I don't want to be surprised by the ceiling. Now, another speedrunning trick that didn't really work there is that when going through hallways like this, if you don't want to get spooked by ghosts, just sweep across it like this, and you should be fine. Anyway, heading in here. Introducing grabbing ghosts. These are ghosts that will grab onto you and sometimes will take damage from you, depending on what color they are. These white ones do not. They're just the introduction.
Looks like you've run into a bit of trouble there. Maybe you need more training. There are some ghosts who will try to grab and hold of you. When that happens, try moving your control stick back and forth to shake them off. It's the age-old struggle for survival, my boy. Don't lose heart, Luigi.
Alright, doing that nets us a key. A key, which happens to take us to there. Another mirror if you want to get a quick way back to the foyer. And let's just go. Whoops. Ow! I don't want to not have any health right now. Oh wow, I didn't actually know that there was money in that. Also, you'll find, just based on these hallways, that Luigi has locking. He will lock on to whatever he deems to be most important in that moment. And you cannot move the poltergust away. Which is a bit annoying when you're trying to get money. Anyway, heading down here. Hello. Head over here. Welcome to in here! Before doing anything, start taking a look at these chandeliers. Now, Shy Guys spawn. Now, the way that Shy Guys work in this game, you have to dispose of their masks. Only then can you actually capture them. Otherwise, uh-oh, that's not a good. Otherwise, you just can't actually flash them in any way. Now, they tend to use their spears to attack you. If they are in twos, then they will definitely use their spears to attack you. Quite viciously, too. I believe it does 10 health to get hit by one. Which, when you're trying to do 90% health on everything, like beat boss ghosts with 90% health, I mean, that's kind of a problem. Alright, so, with that, we cleared out all the ghosts, but the lights didn't come on. Hello! Introducing the floating whirlwinds. I would like to see your hearts right now. I don't think this gent can even see us. So you can see me? Well, that may be, but you will never find my weakness. That's true, because I don't actually know what your weakness is. It's sometimes selective on if they show up. Like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, got it. Alright. So, that's that. Now, this chest spawns slightly off-center. But it still goes to the center of the room. Just like that. Alright, before moving on, do not go into the next room just yet. Go back and save. You will thank me later. Go back to your nearest toad, just talk to him, and just save, because this will make your life easy, because there is, in fact, a speedy spirit in the next room, which can be a royal pain in the ass to get if you do it this early. You can get it at one point later in the game. I just choose to get it now because I'm a masochist. So, be prepared to reset on occasion. There we go. Ooh, got it! Alright, that can be a right nightmare to get. Alright. So if you go in there and do it as quickly as you can, then apparently you just get it immediately. I've struggled with that one quite a bit before. Anyway, red grabbing ghosts. These ones actually hurt you. Uh-oh. I just want the grabbing ghost. It's more of an issue. And pink puncher. Whoop. Capture you. And the lights come on. We'll just take a look around really quick. See, nothing of note. So you're going through this room and you may think there's nothing else to do. But you may also notice that there are no other open rooms for us to go to just yet. So, you may also notice that there is in fact a button or something in the mirror. Turn around, there's a button there that says don't push. Let's push it. Sweet. We've opened that up. And danger. Kind of a familiar look, isn't it? Never actually noticed that little detail. Suck that off. Finds another button. Who's there? Who dares disturb our sleep? Oh, it's Luigi. Look, guys, Luigi's finally here. We're gonna do what we did to your brother, only worse. Wait, what's that on his back? It's Egad's Poltergust 3000. Everybody scram!
Luigi, are you okay? That was them! Those were the ones who released all of the ghosts from the paintings in my gallery. Those fiends! I wondered where King Boo and his gang had gone, so they were hiding in the mansion all along. Thanks for flushing him out, Luigi. I'm tickled you found him, but perhaps it would have been better if you hadn't, well, let every single one escape. It's just a thought. Ah, well, water under the bridge. Anyway, you should probably come back to the lab for a sec.
Let's go back to the lab for a sec.
I've been waiting for you, young Luigi. Your brother must have been taken by that gang of boos, poor feller. Oh, now, don't talk crazy. They're not gonna eat the man. But what became of him? Odd that he hasn't come back. Common theory holds that boos grow in strength when they travel in numbers. They must somehow combine their powers, too. Their power likely overwhelmed your brother. If your aim is to save Mario, there's but one way to do it. Capture each boo and slowly weaken the group's power. But boos, as their name implies, like to hide and then jump out to scare people. You've got your work cut out finding them. Don't get all down in the mouth, my boy. That Game Boy horror I gave you has a secret function. I knew it'd come in handy one day, so I developed it secretly. I call it the Boo Radar. The Boo Radar will flash red when something round like a boo is hidden nearby. Use it to search everywhere, Luigi. Alright now, Sonny. Don't go tuckering yourself out. Relax and just try to get those boos one at a time. The trick is using the control stick and the C stick together. Don't forget now. Where will you go, Luigi?
Well, what he's saying there about using the control stick and the C stick together is actually completely null and void. It doesn't help you in any way. There is a much better way to do this. Now, we're going to start out this next portion of the game because we still haven't unlocked any other rooms for us to go to yet, so we have to go back to the rooms we've already been to and capture as many boos as we can. So, let's go and do that damn thing, starting up here in the parlor. You'll notice the light in the bottom corner is now flashing. That means that there is a boo in this room. And there he is. Now, let me introduce you to boo pumping. If you do boo pumping, you never need to worry about using the control stick nor the C stick that much ever again. I should probably be reading that. Anyway, so you'll see there's a total of 50 boos for us to collect in the entire game. And, well, if you're playing a non-PAL version of the game, then you only have to collect 40 to beat the game. If you're playing the PAL version, then you have to collect 45. That is the difference between Europe and the NTSC versions. Anyway, coming in here. Let's check this, why don't we? So. I will explain briefly how boo pumping works here after I actually read this.
Aren't you just loving my brilliant inventions?
Okay, yeah. You save after every boo you get. So, the way that boo pumping works, start sucking. Roughly every second, you switch to the left trigger and then back to the right one. So, the movement looks like this. You can do that, as far as I'm aware, a maximum of 10 times before the boo just runs away. But that will keep the boo in place until you capture it, in most cases. So, aha! There is one of the things that is used to fool you once the boos have figured out that you're fighting them pretty easily using this invention. Do it roughly 3 times on that, and you're good! Alright. Next up, we gotta go all the way back to the parlor again. Technically, it is actually quicker for us to go on foot because of the long cutscene by using a mirror. Anyway, let's head over here. Also, upon completing an area, the hallway connecting directly to that area will begin to have the lights turned on. Anyway. Check the lamp. There we go. Nice and easy. Yep, we are really getting the hang of this. It's almost like I've played this game about 25 million times. Boo pumping is a speedrunning technique. You absolutely do not need to use it to beat the game. Feel free to, though. I find it makes beating the game a hell of a lot easier. Like that. It's worth pointing out... Okay, actually, let me not talk.
Unbelievable, there's no stopping you, Luigi.
Alright, let's send over the boo data.
You've already found 5 boos. You are a boo-snaring maniac. I understand you're worried about your brother, young feller, but just take her easy. You have plenty of time still, so try to keep your shirt on. Why not go to the washroom and splash some water on your face? You'll feel much better. Believe you me.
It's funny that EGAD should say that we have plenty of time. In the beta of the game, part of this game was that you had to do it in 24 hours of real time. So that was an interesting fact. Anyway, we could go and do what EGAD said, but there's still more rooms that we have to go to that have boos in them. Starting right here. And that's the other thing that can spawn every time that you're searching for boos. Sometimes the boos will be bastards and will spawn a friggin' bomb in your face. For one reason or another. Uh-oh. And when you hear that laugh, that means the boo is moved. So, find where the light is flashing red. Like that. Alright. So, now I'm actually remembering it. A good way to think about boo pumping is roughly every 10 health. 10 health should have been depleted every time you do one of those pumps. Anyway, I'd also like to say if 50 boos seems a little intimidating, as long as you catch a boo in every room once you have finished capturing the ghosts in that room, then you should be fine and you should get all of them. So don't worry about it. In fact, actually, some of the smaller rooms don't even have boos in them. Anyway. It's in this painting. Ah, 60. Okay. That was a case when it made sense to just use it the normal way. I'll admit I'm not very good at boo pumping, but it is something that takes a bit of getting used to. Nevertheless... Aw, boo ball. the boo will always gravitate towards the center of the room. So once you've uncovered a boo, just kind of move towards the center of the room and you should be fine. Now, we have collected a total of 8 boos. If I remember correctly, that is the max number of boos that we can get at this point in the game. Which, to me, seems like a good place for us to end things off for now, alright? So, next time we are going to actually listen to Professor Egad and go up to the washroom, which has been unlocked to us now. So, thank you for watching, see you in the skies, Dragon Knights, all the best, and take care.